So as you all may know, we have 3 current MHA games that are in existence. They exist. You know what they are? That number 1 is going to be TSH, the one that we have currently on screen. A lovely game, great game, 10 out of 10 game. You know what I mean? Totally. Moving forward, we have Ultra Impact, another great game. Chibi, turn-based, pretty cool game. It's fun and definitely a great side game to have, just to, you know, log in here and there and have some fun summoning and playing. That's cool. Number 3 is Ultra Rumble. These are 3 games. They all exist. One is not out yet. That's Ultra Rumble. It's still lost. It's a Battle Royale style MHA fighter game. Really, really cool. There's also another one, which is the, One Justice, the actual fighting game that's really, really cool, really fun. 4 games, basically. Not 3, but 4 games. Now, there are more global gacha games for the My Hero Academia IP in the works. Massive W news to hear. Absolutely super excited for it. And it's by a pretty decent company that I think has a track record for making some great games. Some not so much, but some great ones, okay? Today we're talking about it. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe. Let's have some fun with it. Let's break it down. So first off, Crunchyroll made an article on this, and a bunch of other people made an article on it, but I think that theirs was a little bit more in-depth. It's all the basic thing. They just, you know, wrote the same thing because it's a statement that came out. So first thing, if you don't know what it is, K-Lab acquired the rights, the global rights to make My Hero Academia online games. So the article starts off with this. There's now a new home for the development of My Hero Academia games because game company K-Lab has announced the acquisition of the worldwide rights outside of mainland China and to make and release online games based on the entire series from Horikoshi. There you go, right? So first thing in this entire statement, K-Lab, we'll talk about that in a second. They are the ones that are actually doing everything, but it doesn't mean anything for the current games, okay? For anyone playing TSH and thinking, oh, this is great, they're going to change up TSH, they only acquired to make games. They didn't acquire to fix this game. This game is kind of lost. But with also Ultra Impact, that's separate. Those are separate games. They have separate developers. They have separate works. They're under a separate thing. But this is K-Lab handling the game and making their own spin-off of whatever version of a My Hero title, right? Depending on what it wants to be, we'll find that out later. But that's what they're going to do. Details are light outside of the general acquisition announcement, but K-Lab says it plans to make several online games that fans of the My Hero Academia series can enjoy all over the world. So, first thing, there's multiple games coming out. Thing is, usually when you put your eggs in multiple baskets and make multiple games, they're going to end up sucking and they're going to all be cash grabs. I'm really hoping that when they say multiple, they're meaning like the other games they've recently acquired, which they also acquired the rights to, guess what? Making a JoJo's game. They're going to be making a brand new JoJo's game from K-Labs. Now, if you don't know who K-Lab is, they make good games. They genuinely do. Just some of them aren't like the highest of effort, if you will, right? One of the biggest games that's like still gacha game that's been live, I think, for like 7-8 years now. It's still popping off. Bleach Brave Souls. That's what K-Lab made. Let me show it to you. So this is K-Lab. I got their website opened up. These are the games they currently own and, you know, have the rights to. And this one Rivals. We have Tsubasa Dream Team. We have Bleach Brave Souls. Apparently, if I click it, opens it up. We have Love Live School Idol Festival. We have Shining Live. Okay. We have Bleach Soul Rising. I didn't even know they had 2 Bleach games. What? Okay, then. But yeah, there's that. Is this Yu Yu Hakusho? They have a Yu Yu Hakusho game. No way. I didn't even know that. I don't even know if this is still a thing that exists. Is it even in existence anymore? Is it alive? We'll check the official website here. But I think you know the gameplay of this. 70 million downloads. They make successful games. And they also ported it to console. Again, the gameplay, it's an old game. This is 7 years old. Keep that in mind. Yes, it's chibi. Yes, it's weird. But I think with the updated graphics, the updated potential that games have now reached, if you look at it, right? Gacha games aren't releasing to be garbage anymore in comparison to what it was back then. Yes, there's still chibi cash grabs. That is always the case. There are chibi cash grabs that exist, right? This, I don't think Bleach Brave Souls really was one of them. The gameplay is something to get used to. It's not bad. It's overall, it serves its own niche, and people really like it, right? So there are people that like this and want this, so this might be good. We get like a style of My Hero like this. It's kind of similar to what we have with TSH. Auto button, defining buttons, the mechanic. You get your whole team right here like the rest of the players. So there's potential here. They do make successful games, and K-Lab is known for hyping things up. Again, I did not know they had these titles. So when it comes to things like this, most likely, if it falls under one of these other ones, I've seen the gameplay for this. It's like a tapping music type game, which I'm hoping that's not the My Hero thing they're looking for. But if they do off of anything like Bleach Brave Souls, we have something good to look forward to. I have never in my life heard of Soul Rising. They're tweeting constantly, so it's an alive game. But do I know what this is? Hell no. Let's see. I can't even forward this up or anything. I can't. Yeah, all right. There, this is what it looks like. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. I did not know this game exists, bro. I only know Bleach Brave Souls. This is sad. The gameplay isn't bad, though. Like, look at that. That's not bad at all. It's more non-chibi. It's kind of like TSH style in a way. It's kind of TSH style. So, I mean, you know, if they go off the thing of copying the formula of TSH, I'll be so happy if they just do it better. TSH is garbage. It literally is so bad in how the devs have handled the game. When it comes to gameplay-wise, I love it. TSH is one of my favorite games when it came to gameplay. If you look at, what is it, PGR? Also, a freaking fabulous game, outstanding gameplay, but it just came down to monthly content updates. It got a little dry, got a little boring. I still jump in here and there when the game does an update. It's still fun, right? Ultra Impact, it's like a side game. You're not going to play that as a main game. That's how it's going to be. For a turn-based game, I think the only function that really works is the Grand Cross style, even the Honkai Star Rail style. Those look really good, and that's what I like as a turn-based game. There are other turn-based games that I play that are not that, but are still chibi. Just Ultra Impact I couldn't really hang on to, right? So again, it is confirmed that yes, they have the rights to it. They do, in fact, have the ability to now make these games outside of mainland China. So it's not exclusive, right? They'll initially drop for global. Most likely in 2023, we'll get a lot of information on it. They're also, K-Lab is working on a JoJo's game, and it is planned to be global. So they've been making big moves, and these gacha companies, these bigger ones, have been making big acquisitions, right? So you can see in the future that a lot of the One Piece games or some other games that get acquired from somebody else, like the rights to release them, they could remake one just for global and outside of mainland China. So that is something to look forward to too. Yeah, K-Lab, Netmarble, Bandai, they've been doing some stuff. Again, Bandai is questionable, Netmarble might be questionable to you. They handle some games properly, but again, we'll see how it goes. K-Lab has a history, kind of, for doing good. So I think this has a lot of potential. I think it does. I'm just hoping when they say multiple games, it's not like multiple cash grabs, multiple like garbage, chibi style, like no effort, tap games, like that type of thing. I'm hoping that's not the case. But again, now the standard for gacha games is a little bit higher. I don't think they'll, you know, like throw away the opportunity. I think that they'll do two things: a chibi style game, which is like this, a hack and slash, and then this, which, or not this, Soul Rising. So they'll do two different versions, this version, that version, and boom, they win. They have the Bleach IP that's making 70 million downloads. They reached just 7 million downloads, right? So they have a lot to work with, okay? I think they can do good. They can also port it to console, Steam, and all of that. There is potential. There is potential. The TSH devs may have messed up, but these devs could do it good. That's big. Honestly, big news here today. Let me know what you think if you care about it. Ultra Rumble is still a game left to release. It hasn't dropped yet. We're still waiting on that. That is set for 2023, and it could be the first quarter. There was a leak that came out that said that they could have it out by then. So expect it, let's say, nothing beyond March of 2023. I think that's where it stands. So that's what I want to talk about here today. K-Lab officially acquiring the MHA IP for a global release of multiple games. Massive W. Hopefully it is a good game, and hopefully it's not like a cash grab. As I mentioned 35 times in this video. Please, make a good MHA game. I am desperate. I am so freaking desperate.